And yeah. Oh, sorry, man. There. That's us live now. So there's nobody here anyway. There's nobody watching yet. But we're waiting on Jill. As of Tuesday night, I had a conversation with Jill on Praise That I Am channel. He went live after I was live. I was in the live chat. Jill was being his usual self and called me out for being unfair. So regardless of the kickback or anything like that, I'm going to give this certain person one last chance to come on, make his point, and try and come across as cogent. As the interview that Richard had with Jill went really well, and we had to call him the Jill Whisperer for a wee while. I've invited him on to moderate. I've also give Jill the opportunity to bring a moderator of his choice into the chat as well. So there will be a moderator from both sides. Not that it's going to be a debate, but we are going to try and stick to equal time because he said that I don't do that. He also said I don't have Bible believing Christians on, and I won't have anyone call me out and say that I'm unfair. So this is us. We're here. He has the link the exact same amount of time as Richard has, but as you can see, Richard's here and he isn't. So me and Richard will have our show at 11 o'clock as usual. This is just to kill some time in between it. But yeah, will Jill turn up? I don't know. Will we give him 2-1 odds? Be mindful. Thanks for turning up.
Good old being mindful.
I don't know, Richard. Do you think he will? As you say, he does. Even when he came to your stream, he runs it
He
right
likes
to
to
the
be
end.
fast and be late. You know, even if he does show, he likes to be right exactly on time or even a few minutes late. So it's hard to say. We won't really know till about 10 past.
Well, I think I'm pretty sure he's still banned from the chat, and I haven't unbanned him yet. So he'll not be able to do it in the chat. He'll not be able to come in and say hello. He will only be able to come in to the StreamYards and join the stream. That's his only option. I don't want him in the chat talking shite, doing his thing. You know, you've got something to say, you want to make your point. You know, I'm not going to try and build bridges. If I do tonight, I'll probably burn it after he leaves. But he's being given an opportunity. As I say, I won't be called out and I won't be unfair.
True. I've never found you being unfair. I don't think that's a reasonable assessment to make from anyone's point of view.
But you're a dirty atheist.
I mean, I was called unfair by him when I demanded more of him as is self-proclaimed as a Christian than I do demand of someone who doesn't claim a religion. I think that's fair. He didn't think so, but yeah, I've been called out for that.
Yeah, I know it's probably unconfounded, but you know, I won't. If he comes on and he is a complete asshole and does his usual thing, this is it. He's gone. Like, I'm not giving, no more chances, no more nothing. This is it. Socks, everything, the whole lot. Just need to sort of get it out of my system as well. But yeah, Doorknob and AR. Hi. Yeah, you're probably right, AR.
How you doing, AR? Who was the other one that showed up?
Doorknob Head.
And just so I can monitor this from a separate computer, what's the name of this stream? I don't see that here.
Will Jill turn up?
Okay.
It's not drama, Lucy. It might just be a little bit of a dumpster fire, but it'll not be drama. We're not going to talk about people on different channels. We've invited him on to make his own point. This is his last chance, AR, because he called me out. He said some things that I don't agree with and I don't think that are true about me, which is why this is his last opportunity to come on. I will not be called unfair. It was all I did a rant at the start. Go back and watch the start later.
And in the interest of fairness, we will be giving equal time unless a person gives up the time they have left on the clock. We will be timing this so that people get to say everything that they want to say within the time limits. So we'll start off with 5 minutes, then we'll reduce that to 2 minutes for responses, and we'll just keep going that way.
Yeah, that sounds good. You're the moderator tonight.
That's the way it's usually done. Pretty standard stuff.
Yeah, Richard is in charge tonight. We tried to get the stream going so he could be in charge, but it didn't sort of work. But anyway, what Richard says goes. I am not aggressive, Lucy. I'm trying my best not to be.
Oh, we have intoxicated, outspoken atheist with us tonight, as well as Doorknob Head, Lucy Luxor, Being Mindful, and AR. Awesome. Thanks, everyone, for showing up.
He accused me of being unfair, AR. Accused me of taking sides. Accused me of not giving him a chance. So, as I did say at the start when I started the channel, he was to get a chance to come on. He didn't because he was an asshole other places. But this is me fulfilling my promise and proving that I am a fair person, and this is a safe channel for everybody that is willing to have a conversation and actually put the effort in to get to know people.
So what's fair to wait beyond the appropriate time? 10 minutes, is that fair?
Well, you said 10
more
minutes.
Than fair.
Yeah, you said
I think 10 minutes would be more than fair for someone to show up.
Yeah. If he doesn't show up, then we can just snip it off, have our wee thing, and then sure, we'll be back at 11 for our usual stream anyway.
Right.
Have you any ideas for tonight's episode?
Just continuing on.
Well, we're definitely on episode 2 tonight. Tonight will definitely be called episode 2. Lucy, he won't be busy. He has agreed to this from Tuesday, and I agreed to it in Tuesday night. You know, he has had days. No, if he doesn't turn up, he's avoiding. So yes, tonight's episode. We'll go. Give us a wee hint where we're going tonight, Richard.
Let's see. We'll be talking about repercussions of what's described in the stellar objects in forced interactions. Repercussions, things that people would see with the naked eye with normal vision from on this earth. And when we get done with that, we'll continue on and we'll talk about David and Goliath and other religions, which is actually an endless story. I only intend to do 2 or 3 of them to make example. People can go and look it up themselves in whatever religion they like.
I've become quite addicted to, what's the channel name? I think it's Gray's Plays, and he plays random games, and he would spend most of his time playing cheap games that you can buy for like 20 and 30p, you know, really stupid games. I think he bought a gym simulator, you know, and it's wee silly things, but he plays Universe Sandbox 2, and I have become addicted to watching him play Universe Sandbox 2. He sped the Earth up to spinning at nearly light speed, and you could just see everything flying off it, and he deliberately goes out of his way to try and wreck shit. You know, he created 30 Earths from the sun right out to Jupiter, or right out to Uranus, to try and ruin its gravity and ruin its orbit and how everything interacts. And oh yeah, it's very funny.
I imagine it'd be very easy to destroy a solar system.
Oh yeah, like if you throw things out of whack at all. But it is hard to throw things out of whack. You know, obviously in real life, you can't take something and speed it up to the speed of light. You know, right. But it has the ability to mess about with that. But it is very realistic to a point.
I suppose if the Earth were traveling faster, and it's a balance between centrifugal force and gravitational pull from the sun, that if it was moving faster, what would actually happen is it'd lose its orbit. It would just go jettisoning it out into outer space.
Yeah, yeah.
And maybe crash into other planets.
There was one where he took the sun and he wanted to make the sun as small as possible but keep the mass the same to see how far he could go and keep the universe, you know, as close as he could and keep everything right. And it was like, oh no, it's just turned into a black hole. Oh no, it's a black hole now. Everything's fucked. RCA, thanks for turning up. At least you did.
Hey, RCA.
I think RCA was hunting quite recently. Did you catch anything? Did you shoot anything? Hello, Tony.
How nice. Tony dropped in even though he's working.
Tony's a good lad, yeah.
Found him to be kind every time.
He has his own Discord now, but we're teaching him how to use Discord and work through it before it's... Well, I think he might have sent a few links out, but I'm teaching him bots and stuff and making him the proper shill that he is.
JIL is down to 7 minutes and 42 seconds.
Yep. We could do a whole Steve McRae and put a timer in the top corner.
If you know how to do that, go on ahead. I
do know how to do it, but
thing.
I'm not going to touch anything. It is just a wee function, but for me to do it, it'll bring stuff up on the screen and stuff like that, so we'll just leave it. I was thinking of doing it at the start. I actually downloaded a video today of a fireplace and was going to have it in the background for the moment that everything turned to shit, and then I could hit a button and there would be background. It would get rid of the pigsty and there would just be flames. AR, he did. He confirmed I have screenshots to prove it. Tuesday night conversation with him and another channel and praise that I am's channel. He did. We went through it about... we went on about it for a while to define exactly what was happening, what time. Yes, he did say. I wouldn't be here otherwise. I wouldn't call him out and wait because he's not worth it. I would make it... This is an agreed upon time. But...
Yeah. I quit work early today to make this because
you,
I love MathPig. Oh, you're welcome, brother. And I'd love to see Jill like be corrected and actually become a better humanitarian and quit being such a human hater. You know, I'd love to see that. And I think these are the kind of conversations that are going to do it. Certainly his echo chamber amongst his friends is not ever going to do that.
No. I mentioned
and we're down to 6 minutes.
I mentioned to Jay Pasick, I think it was Wednesday morning, he was streaming and I popped in and he was like, you doing that? And we were just chatting and I says, yeah, if you're interested, man, Jill's coming on. I've given one last chance to be cogent, see how it goes. And when he read cogent, I thought he was going to fall off his fucking chair. He was in stitches. He's like, that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
I mean, cogent's a big word. I mean, it's only just a few letters, but gosh, that's a big word.
Just, well, you know what I mean? Just to be coherent and actually make a fucking point, like.
Oh, you wanted to be cogent and coherent. He has to do more. He has to do more than now. He not only has to agree with himself and with reality. Now he has to make sense outside of that. You're just asking too much, Pig.
Yeah,
Come
I
on.
suppose it is only the first time we're handing out the olive branch. We should only ask for one thing at a time. Being able to actually stick to one point at a time and finish it before we move on to the next one. That's what I'm hoping for tonight. More than anything else, for him not to fucking gift gallop all over the top and just go on and on and on and on.
Yeah, he's famous for changing the subject so that he has advantage. He just wants to change the subject too much, moving the goalpost constantly so a person can't keep up. But frankly, he can't keep up with his own script when he does it.
It can be because when he says multiple things, though, you do want to, you know, he'll say one crazy thing and you'll say it and try and reply to it, and then he says something else which is maybe worse or whatever, and you do want to reply to it. It's a distracting term or a distracting technique.
Sure.
What have we got?
It's easy to fall for because it's extremely. We have 4 minutes and 11 seconds.
Have we any questions from the chat? Is there anything anybody would like to know about me or Richard? I don't think Richard would mind me saying that.
That's fine.
I've
put myself out in public, and that means that I've made myself subject to ridicule by anyone on any topic that I talk about, and that's fine with me. I know I've done that.
I know you're not on the old Twitter, Richard, but when I announced the other night that I'd hit a certain number and all, I was like, what'll we do for a celebratory stream? I was like, self-deprecating is encouraged. If you're out here, you need to be comfortable with yourself, like, you know. I was like, will I sing? Will I show baby photos? What would people like to see?
Bright pink star pasties and no shirt.
Well, I've told.
That'll do it.
Do you know what palette bingo is?
No.
Do you know when a girl gets a face palette and it's like all different colors and they would use it for eyeshadow?
Oh, like makeup and stuff.
A makeup thing, yes.
Okay.
Well, Lucy Luxor is primarily started as a makeup channel. So I've told her that when she's up and running again, I'll give her a palette bingo. And it means you get like 6 colors and you run a bingo. I think you do 3 colors. You know, you just randomly pick 3. You know, your phone will do a random generator. Pick 3 colors and then I have to pop them on and paint my eyes. So, and then come on screen and show it. So I've agreed to that. The one that she did, she didn't do it right, and she ended up picking 5 out of 6, and she looked like a fucking clown on a night out. But I'm up for a bit of fun. I'm up for a bit of crack, and yeah, why not? Disembodied Dead, Jeff, thanks for turning up. But yeah, I'd be up for that for a bit of fun. If we can maybe generate a bit of money for charity or whatever, would you do that too, Richard?
Would I do what?
Pallet bingo, if it was for charity.
Sure, I'll host that.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. You'll take a go at it and actually do it yourself too.
Wait. I didn't agree to all that.
That's what I'm saying. No. If we could all do it for charity, you know, if we could all try and raise money for charity, and we'll go around each other's channels and do pallet bingo.
I tell you what, you have. I'll do it, but you have to let me do it military camo style, not eyeshadow.
Well, as long as you can do it in these colors.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yes, right. Perfect. So we've got pallet bingo army style on Richard's channel.
I'll do it. Absolutely.
Right. Well, then we'll maybe have to think about getting ourselves a wee charity or something. Or is there anybody in need?
And we're down to 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Oh. Jeff, I am expecting him because he agreed to be here. He agreed to be here 10 minutes ago nearly. Agreed to it on Tuesday.
Disembodied Dead. Jesus is Lord, I think it's safe to say, is angry with most of humanity.
Yeah.
There's just a very small sect of a small Christian sect that he's not angry with.
He's not streaming AR because I'm subbed to his channel and I ain't got no alerts.
Oh, he used that excuse once before. Who did he stand up? I think it was Shannon Q. He stood her up for several minutes. I can't recall exactly how long it was. I forgot. I was streaming and I forgot. He forgot he had an appointment with Shannon Q, who he's known for years.
Yeah.
And that just skipped his mind.
Yeah. No, he wouldn't be in the chat under his primary name, Tony, because I do believe that it is blocked. Although everybody in this chat, it's a sea of blue tonight. We all know each other here. There's no sock accounts here. Like Disembodied Dead and between Disembodied Dead, AR, and J, they know all the sock accounts. Oh, would you look at that? And there's his 10 minutes.
There's his 10 minutes.
And he stood, he stands up, everybody, given an opportunity. This was his last opportunity, and he didn't turn up. So, yeah, we'll round up because we've got a more important stream going on.
I'll see you in 15 minutes, brother.
Yeah, well, 15, 20 minutes. I let the dog out and grab a smoke and stuff. We're not actually streaming for another 50. Oh, 50. I thought you said 15. Sorry, 50.
I did, but I was quoting you, which was casual. I didn't mean it either.
Yeah, cool. Right, well, everybody, thanks for turning up, being an audience to The Coward Won't Turn Up.
Oh, Tartan Snowflake, just as it ends, don't you figure?
Tartan, call back in a wee while. We'll have more fun very soon. Everybody, thanks very much for turning up, and we'll see you soon. Bye.